God bless you. Welcome to this channel. If you're here, it's because God has a message for you today. Please subscribe, like, share, and consider joining as a member to help us reach more lives through the word and prayer. Today's prayer is, Lord, ignite the fire in me. A deep prayer for spiritual awakening, renewal, and divine intimacy. Jeremiah 29 declares, "Then I said, I will not mention him or speak any more in his name. Yet his word burned within me like a fierce fire, imprisoned deep in my bones. I grew weary of holding it back. I could not contain this passion." 2 Timothy 1:6 states, "Therefore I remind you to stir up the gift of God that is in you through the laying on of my hands." Luke 12:49 presents a striking declaration from Jesus. "I have come to bring fire to the earth, and how I wish it were already kindled." This verse captures the profound and transformative essence of his message. It signifies not only spiritual illumination and the piercing judgment against falsehood, but also a bold invitation to radical commitment. This call ignites an intense spiritual fire. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, I come before you with a hungry heart and a thirsty soul. Lord, ignite the fire in me again. Where passion has faded, breathe fresh flames. Where weariness has settled, release holy strength. Let the fire of your Spirit burn within me until everything unlike you is consumed. Lord, ignite the fire of devotion in me. A fire that prays without ceasing, believes without wavering, and obeys without delay. Set my heart ablaze with love for your presence, hunger for your word, and zeal for your will. Remove every coldness, every distraction, every weight that tries to quench your flame in my life. Father, ignite the fire that empowers. Let spiritual boldness rise in me. Let my faith burn hotter than fear, my hope burn brighter than doubt, and my obedience burn stronger than resistance. Baptize me afresh with heavenly fire that purifies my thoughts, aligns my desires, and sharpens my spiritual sensitivity. Lord, ignite the fire that transforms. Burn away compromise, lukewarmness, and stagnation. Refine me like gold in the furnace until my life reflects your glory. Let this fire be a light in darkness, a witness to the broken, and a signal of your power working in me. I declare today, I will not burn out. I will burn bright. I will not grow cold. I will stay on fire. I will not be silent. I will carry your flame, Lord my God. I come before you not satisfied with routine, not content with form, and not willing to live without your fire. Ignite the fire in me again. Let heaven respond to my cry. Let your Spirit fall upon the altar of my heart and set it ablaze until nothing carnal survives. Father, ignite the fire that awakens hunger. Awaken my spirit from spiritual sleep. Shake me out of complacency. Restore the desire to seek you early, to wait on you deeply, and to pursue you wholeheartedly. Let prayer become my breath, and your presence my dwelling place. Ignite the fire of purity within me. Burn away secret sins, hidden compromises, and every appetite that competes with your glory. Refine my motives. Cleanse my thoughts, sanctify my words. Let your fire make me holy, not just emotional, transformed, not just inspired. Lord, ignite the fire of authority. Let my prayers carry weight in the realm of the Spirit. Let my declarations shift atmospheres. Let my faith command mountains to move and chains to break. Clothe me with power from on high, that I may stand fearless in the face of opposition. Ignite the fire of endurance. When trials rise, let the fire keep burning. When answers delay, let the fire remain steady. When the battle intensifies, let the fire grow stronger. I refuse burnout, discouragement, and spiritual exhaustion. I receive divine strength to finish strong. Ignite the fire that sends me. Make my life a living flame, drawing the broken, warming the weary, and lighting the way for those lost in darkness. Let my life preach louder than my words. Let my obedience speak louder than my gifts. I declare by faith, my altar will not go cold. My passion will not die. My calling will not be delayed. My fire will burn continually. Lord, ignite the fire in me until I carry you everywhere I go. Let this fire never go out. Lord my God, I come empty so you can fill me. I come yielded so you can take over. Ignite the fire in me, not a momentary spark, but a holy, unquenchable flame from your presence. Let this fire rise from the depths of my spirit and burn through every layer of weariness, fear, and delay. Ignite the fire of intimacy. Draw me closer than I have ever been. Ignite the fire of consecration. Separate me from distractions that dull my hunger. Strip away every attachment that weakens my devotion. Mark me as one set apart, one consumed, one surrendered fully to your will. Let my life be an altar where your fire continually burns. Lord, ignite the fire of alignment. Bring my thoughts, my desires, my plans, and my steps into agreement with heaven. Let everything in me that resists your purpose be melted by your flame. I choose obedience over comfort and faith over familiarity. Ignite the fire that revives dead places. Where hope has dried up, let fire flow. Where prayer has become silent, let fire speak again. Where dreams were buried, let fire resurrect them. Breathe on me until dry bones live again. Ignite the fire of discernment. Sharpen my spiritual senses. Let me see what you are doing, hear what you are saying, and move when you command. Let deception be exposed and truth burn brightly within me. Ignite the fire that makes me relentless. I will not quit. I will not retreat. I will not grow cold. I will press, pursue, and prevail until your promises manifest. Let perseverance be forged in your fire. I declare today, I am an altar of living fire. I carry heaven within me. I burn with purpose, not emotion. My fire will glorify God. Lord, ignite the fire in me until my life becomes a testimony of your power. Let this flame spread through everything I touch. Lord, I ask not for a gentle flame, but for a consuming fire. Ignite the fire in me until my life is no longer controlled by comfort, fear, or human limitation. Let your fire overtake my will, my emotions, and my strength, until only your purpose remains alive within me. Furthermore, ignite the fire of sacrifice. Teach me to lay myself on the altar without reservation. Let my obedience cost me something. Let my surrender be complete. Burn away self-preservation, pride, and hesitation, and make me a living offering, holy and acceptable before you. Furthermore, ignite the fire that breaks chains. Let every spiritual shackle melt in your presence. Where cycles have repeated, let fire interrupt them. Where limitations have spoken loudly, let fire silence them. I decree that nothing binding my destiny will survive your flame. Furthermore, ignite the fire of intercession. Let groanings rise from my spirit that words cannot express. Let my prayers carry the sound of heaven. Teach my spirit to travail until answers are released, until captives are freed, until your will is established on earth. Furthermore, ignite the fire that awakens bold obedience. Let delay lose its grip on me. Let procrastination be burned away. I choose immediate obedience, unquestioning faith, and radical trust. Where you send me, I will go. What you speak, I will declare. Furthermore, ignite the fire that makes me dangerous to darkness. Let hell recognize the sound of my footsteps. Let resistance tremble at my prayers. Let light invade every atmosphere I enter. Make me a carrier of fire that cannot be ignored or quenched. Furthermore, ignite the fire of perseverance. When the fire is tested, let it burn hotter. When the furnace increases, let my faith rise higher. I will not faint. I will not fold. I will not turn back. I will endure, refined and victorious. I seal this prayer by faith and declare, my fire is heaven sent, my altar is burning continually, my life is ignited for God's glory. My fire will spread and not die. Lord, ignite the fire in me until I burn with purpose, walk in power, and finish strong. Lord God Almighty, I come again because I refuse to settle for yesterday's flame. Ignite the fire in me until my spirit burns with fresh hunger and unwavering devotion. Let this fire be heaven-born, spirit-fed, and purpose-driven. Let it rise within me like a river of fire that cannot be contained. Ignite the fire of holy desperation. I refuse spiritual dryness. I refuse lukewarm living. Let my soul crave you more than comfort, applause, or ease. Awaken me in the watches of the night. Teach my heart to seek you until seeking becomes my lifestyle. Ignite the fire of truth in me. Let your word burn like fire in my bones. Where lies once whispered, let truth roar. Where confusion lingered, let revelation blaze. Let discernment sharpen my steps so I walk accurately in your will. Ignite the fire that reshapes identity. Burn away labels placed on me by failure, rejection, and fear. Mark me with heaven's identity. Let my name be rewritten by grace, my story refined by power, and my future secured by purpose. Ignite the fire of joy that cannot be quenched. When pressure mounts, let joy overflow. When tears fall, let fire still burn. I receive joy that is not circumstantial, peace that is not fragile, and confidence anchored in you alone. Ignite the fire of assignment. I refuse to wander. Align me with divine timing, divine people, and divine instructions. Let me recognize my season, discern my moment, and move when you say move. I will not miss what heaven has prepared for me. Ignite the fire that leaves a mark. Let my presence shift atmospheres. Let my prayers release answers. Let my obedience unlock doors for others. Make my life evidence that you still baptize with fire and power. I declare with bold faith, I am fully ignited. I am spiritually alive. I am divinely aligned. I am carrying holy fire. Lord, ignite the fire in me until my life becomes a living sermon, until my walk reflects your glory, until my flame draws others into your light. Let this fire burn continuously. Let it never go out. Lord, I come beyond words, beyond noise, beyond performance. I come to the place where only you can reach me. Ignite the fire in me, not on the surface, but in the hidden chambers of my soul. Touch the places I don't speak about. Reach the depths where disappointment settled, where wounds were buried, where faith learned to survive instead of burn. Let your fire enter there. Lord, ignite the fire that awakens the spirit. Shake me from quiet drifting. Wake me from spiritual familiarity. Deliver me from living on memories of past encounters. I don't want to remember fire. I want to burn again. Ignite the fire that restores first love. Where devotion became duty, set it aflame. Where prayer became routine, make it intimate again. Where worship became words, turn it back into surrender. Teach my heart to tremble at your presence again. Ignite the fire that refines the inner man. Burn away pride that hides behind humility. Burn away fear that disguises itself as wisdom. Burn away delay that pretends to be patience. Leave nothing untouched that does not look like you. Lord, Ignite the fire that keeps me when no one sees me, when there is no applause, no affirmation, no encouragement. Let the fire still burn. Teach me to be faithful in secret, obedient in silence, and consistent when the heavens feel quiet. Ignite the fire that teaches me endurance, not emotional fire, not seasonal fire, but covenant fire. Fire that stays lit through waiting seasons, wilderness moments, and unanswered prayers. Fire that does not flicker when life presses hard. Ignite the fire that makes me dangerous to darkness, but gentle with people. Let me carry authority without arrogance, power without pride, boldness without hardness. Shape my fire with your heart. Lord, ignite the fire that aligns my will with yours. Break my attachment to control. Silence my need to understand everything. Teach me to trust you deeply, follow you fully, and obey you immediately. Ignite the fire that resurrects what I thought was over. Dreams I laid down, prayers I stopped praying, words you once spoke that time tried to erase. Let your fire breathe life back into them. Ignite the fire that makes my life an altar. Let my thoughts be fuel. Let my obedience be wood. Let my surrender be incense. May heaven recognize my life as a place where fire is welcome. I yield now. I wait now. I open everything now. Burn until you are seen. Burn until you are felt. Burn until you are obeyed. I declare in the depths of my spirit, my fire will not go out. My altar will not be abandoned. My devotion will not die. My life belongs to God, Lord. Ignite the fire in me and keep burning until I am fully yours. Lord, I have come to the end of language. I have come where explanations fail. I have come where only truth survives. Ignite the fire in me at the level of my spirit, below emotion, below desire, below fear. Reach the core of who I am. Lord, enter the places I learned to survive instead of trust. Enter the memories I buried to keep moving. Enter the disappointments I never named because I didn't want to doubt you. Let your fire go there. Ignite the fire that confronts me before it empowers me. Burn illusions I built to protect myself. Burn false strength I used to hide weakness. Burn the versions of me that learned how to cope instead of believe. Lord, I give you permission to undo me. Ignite the fire that strips me of self-sufficiency. I release the need to appear strong. I release the need to understand timing. I release the need to control outcomes. Reduce me until trust is all I have left. Ignite the fire that teaches me to wait without hardening, to hope without demanding, to obey without clarity, to love you without guarantees. Lord, ignite the fire that purifies motives, not the fire that makes me visible, the fire that makes me true. Burn ambition that competes with obedience. Burn spiritual pride that disguises itself as maturity. Burn every desire that wants your hand more than your heart. Ignite the fire that stays when you are silent, when prayers echo back unanswered, when heaven feels distant, when faith is no longer exciting but necessary. Teach me to remain. Lord, ignite the fire that makes me faithful in hidden places. When no one sees surrender, when obedience costs more than it gives, when choosing you means choosing loss, delay, or misunderstanding. Let the fire still burn. Ignite the fire that aligns my pain with purpose. Do not waste my wounds. Do not waste my waiting. Do not waste my tears. Let your fire transform them into oil for the altar. Lord, ignite the fire that seals covenant, not temporary passion, not seasonal zeal, but lifelong surrender. Fire that says, even if you don't change the situation, you still have me. Ignite the fire that makes my soul a dwelling place, not a visit, not a moment, but a habitation. Let my life become familiar territory to your presence. I yield the last defenses now. I stop negotiating. I stop holding back. I stop surviving. Burn what must die, refine what must remain, seal what you ignite. I declare, quietly, deeply, eternally, I am yours, not borrowed. I am surrendered. Not striving, I am burning. Not performing, I am aligned. Not resisting, Lord. Ignite the fire in me. And do not stop until nothing remains but you. Lord, I am not here to feel something. I am here to be changed. Ignite the fire in me at the place where I stopped hoping, where faith became quiet, where trust learned caution, where obedience became measured instead of wholehearted. Go there. Ignite the fire that dismantles every false refuge I built when answers delayed. Burn the agreements I made with disappointment. Burn the silent vows that said, I'll believe but not fully. Burn the places where I lowered expectation to protect myself from pain. Lord, I let you take that risk away from me. Ignite the fire that teaches me to lose well, to lose control, to lose timelines, to lose outcomes without losing you. Let the fire separate my identity from my results, from success, from recognition, from answered prayers. Let me belong to you, even when nothing around me changes. Ignite the fire that heals without explaining. Touch wounds I can't articulate. Restore places I normalized as broken. Let your fire do what understanding never could. Lord, ignite the fire that burns in obedience without reward. When prayer feels heavy, when worship feels costly, when faith feels like walking blind, let the fire remain. Ignite the fire that retrains my soul. Teach me to listen slowly, to respond gently, to move when you whisper, not when you shout. Let sensitivity replace striving. Ignite the fire that makes me safe to carry your presence. Not rushing, not loud, not impatient, but steady, clean, and faithful. Shape my character to match your weight. Lord, ignite the fire that ends inner division. No more double-mindedness, no more negotiating surrender, no more partial yes. Unify my heart. Ignite the fire that teaches me to stand in the tension between promise and process, between calling and obscurity, between faith and waiting, without escaping, blaming, or hardening. Ignite the fire that remains when you remove emotional reinforcement, when faith must exist without feedback, when obedience must exist without affirmation. Let the fire still burn. Lord, I no longer ask you to make this easy. I ask you to make this true. Burn away what cannot go with me. Refine what must remain. Seal what you have started. I do not rush this moment. I do not fill the silence. I do not ask for proof. I stay. I declare, not loudly but forever, I am yielded beyond feeling. I am faithful beyond outcomes. I am burning beyond emotion. I am yours beyond return. Lord, ignite the fire in me and let it become the place where you rest. Lord, I am no longer asking you to visit me. I am asking you to remain. Ignite the fire in me where I stopped expecting you to stay, where I learned how to function without awareness, where I adjusted to absence, where I kept going but stopped burning. Come there. Ignite the fire that touches the root, not the fruit. Not my behavior, my allegiance. Not my words, my posture, not my activity, my surrender. Burn at the level of loyalty. Lord, expose the quiet places where I chose safety over obedience, where I chose wisdom over faith, where I chose delay over trust. Let your fire confront me gently but thoroughly. Ignite the fire that removes spiritual numbness, where I stopped trembling, where conviction softened, where holiness became theory instead of weight. Restore the fear of the Lord, not terror, but reverence. Ignite the fire that trains my soul to stay present with you. Not rushing ahead, not replaying the past, not escaping into noise. Teach me to remain here, now, yielded. Lord, ignite the fire that reorders love. Love for you above usefulness. love for truth above approval, love for obedience above outcome. Let affection be purified. Ignite the fire that heals fatigue I spiritualized as maturity, where I said, I'm fine, instead of, I'm empty, where I endured without refilling, where I carried weight you never asked me to carry. Let the fire restore proper dependence. Ignite the fire that makes me content with unseen faithfulness, when no one knows what I surrendered, when no one hears the prayers I stopped praying out loud. When obedience becomes quiet and costly, let the fire still burn. Lord, ignite the fire that anchors me when you delay. Not bitterness, not distance, not retreat, but deeper trust. Let waiting deepen intimacy, not erode it. Ignite the fire that burns through comparison, through self-measurement, through the need to be ahead. Teach me to walk at your pace, not mine. Ignite the fire that makes my life a resting place. A slow flame, a clean flame, a faithful flame, not flashy, not forced, but true. I do not hurry this prayer. I do not try to feel it. I let it work. Burn what resists you, warm what has grown cold, seal what you refine. I whisper this as covenant, not request. I belong to you completely. I remain when you are quiet. I burn without needing to be seen. I am an altar, not an audience, Lord. Ignite the fire in me, and let my life become the place where you are never rushed. Lord, I am here without defenses. No rehearsed faith, no guarded answers, just truth. Ignite the fire in me where I learned to manage you, where I reduced wonder to familiarity, where I named your movements too quickly, where I stopped waiting long enough for you to surprise me. Burn that. Ignite the fire that dismantles spiritual control, where I tried to predict you, where I tried to time you, where I tried to stay safe while still calling it faith. Undo me there. Lord, ignite the fire that teaches me to be led again, not informed, not experienced. Led. Return me to dependence without embarrassment. Ignite the fire that removes my attachment to outcomes. Let me obey without knowing the result. Let me trust without guarantees. Let me love you without bargaining. Strip faith of conditions. Ignite the fire that heals disappointment I never admitted, the prayers I stopped praying, the hopes I quietly laid down, the words I told myself you probably wouldn't do. Touch those places now. Lord, I forgive the silence. I release unmet expectations. I surrender timelines. Burn resentment disguised as acceptance. Ignite the fire